Hi, my name is Jeff Hill. I'm the Director of Toilet Tech Solutions. Toilet Tech has recently partnered with Engineered Compost Systems and Measurement Tech. Now the three businesses are based in Seattle, Washington, and we're over in Magnolia. We're standing in the front entrance of our building. We have 3 floors, offices where the engineers and staff work on the top. We have a shop, manufacturing facility, as well as warehousing, shipping, and receiving. So I'm really excited to have Toilet Tech join in with Engineered Compost Systems. And we're able to provide more service and more focus on providing waterless toilets for high-use public sites. All of our toilets, the key component is urine diversion, and we import a urine diverting toilet seat from a manufacturer, Ecodemio, in France. Over the next few minutes of this video, I'd like to walk you through how this urine diverting toilet seat fits in with our 3 different toilet products. The Decompose toilet, which is most like a composting toilet, the Waste Away, which is like a barrel flyout toilet, and a Wilderness toilet, which has no ground disturbance and has no structure. So it should fit in with the Wilderness Compliance Act. Feel free to call, or you can schedule a tour to come to the offices, or to go to some of our close sites like Mount Baker and Mount Rainier. Thank you.
Welcome to Toilet Tech. We're based in Seattle, Washington. Our sole focus is waterless toilet solutions for high-use public sites. We have toilets in North America, South America, as far south as Patagonia, and as far north as Glacier Bay, Alaska. We have dozens of toilet units in BC parks at some of the most beautiful and remote sites, in Strathcona Park, in Squamish, in Garibaldi near Whistler, in the Kootenays, as well as the high-use winter sites such as the Canmore Nordic Center. We have toilets at Mount Rainier, Pan Point, and also at Smith Rock State Park, an exceptionally high-use year-round desert park, and a toilet in Colorado. We are also putting demonstration toilets into Jasper National Park in Alberta, Camp Muir, and Rocky Mountain National Park in 2016. The critical technology component that differentiates Toilet Tech from the rest of waterless toilets, such as composting toilets, is our urine diversion conveyor belt toilet seat. We call this the behind the wall, or BTW system, and I'd like to show you how this works over the next minute of the video. This conveyor belt toilet seat is placed inside our structurally insulated panel, composite toilet structure, and its primary function is to separate urine from the human solid waste at its source, so that urine and fecal matter do not mix. Let's check in with one of the operators of TTS, the longest running system, Matt Simmons, Capital Program Manager at the District of Squamish.
Historically, we'd had a portalet with the wood kind of skirting around it, and so that was pumped out every week for most of the year. And so this technology, we've utilized the composting toilet so that we can, have a better facility within the park and, reduce some of our operation and maintenance costs here as well. So historically we were spending about $2,000 a year for the rental of the portalet and the servicing. Our costs now are below $1,000, and it's just the variability of that cost is just based on the usage and some of the cleaning that's required. But largely there's a fairly significant cost savings for us, and it's been received well in the community. We also had a big problem with vandalism and graffiti in the old facility, and we're 2 years old here, and there's nothing on anything, and so that's a good indication that there's a level of respect here as well.
Now let's go back and take a closer look at how this mechanism works. Urine is collected and drained off the lower bottom portion of the conveyor belt, and the solid waste sticks to the conveyor belt and is moved up the conveyor belt by the action of the foot pedal. This also displaces the waste away from the toilet hole so that the second user does not have to see it. The conveyor belt system is made from highly robust stainless steel and high-density plastic and nylon parts. It is robust enough to handle trash and any number of other objects. These objects can be pumped out of the way prior to use, as this is what tends to happen in a waterless toilet setting. The unit is accessible by wheelchair, and an additional hand crank can be added to make the system functional for handicapped people. Maintenance is usually required after 10,000 uses, and this involves shoveling the waste pile from one section of the collection bin to another, adding water, and then letting decomposer organisms that are native to the soil break down the waste. The waste collected between these periods usually reduces in mass and volume by 75% or more. This photo is from Smith Rock State Park, where a failing Phoenix composting toilet was retrofit with a TTS BTW seat. The big blue box was discarded and an open crib was established to collect the raw waste. No bulking agent is used. The raw waste pile on the left is 5,000 users worth. Pile to the right has been degraded for 6 months, over winter, with water and native invertebrates from the riparian area next to the toilet. Here's the quote from the park operator, Josie Barnum. And Mark Ortega from Glacier Bay. Let's go back and hear from Matt Simmons again about toilet odor.
We haven't had any, so historically, there was a challenge. They tried to put a vent on the portalette. They tried to put black paint on it to help with the heat for venting, and we're kind of stuck in this little kind of hole in here in the forest canopy, so the venting's not ideal anyways, but we've not had in 2 years any complaints of odor that I'm aware of. Yeah, I think most definitely. I think since the 2 years ago, about right this time of year is when we completed the project, and I think in the last 2 years I've been a reference for TTS 20 or 30 times, and it's been a broad range of people considering it for different uses. I think we look at things specific to within the municipal boundary, but we're surrounded by mountains and park space and some of the best backcountry and climbing areas around North America. So yeah, very much so. I think that's the unique one of the unique benefits is that it can be in a broad range of installations, and granted, you may not be building a kind of post and beam kind of enclosure around it in a remote location, but this is an installation that's worked within 50 meters of residential, and so yeah, I think very much it's dynamic in that way.
My name is Allie Hunter. I coordinated this project at Smoke Bluffs Park. I spent quite a bit of time at Smoke Bluffs climbing before this came in. So I think I can speak on behalf of the climbing community and probably the larger community that uses this park a lot, and what a relief it is to have this. We were just talking about we can do this interview right here in front of this toilet and it's fine. There's no odor that emits from it. It's generally cleaner. It doesn't feel like a dirty porta potty. Aesthetically, you're able to modify these for whatever the environment is that you're building them in. So whether you're going to build it in an urban environment or you want to build it in a backcountry, and whether it's backcountry desert or if it's backcountry, alpine mountain range, you can customize the way that these look so that they really fit in with the environment that they're sitting in.
In the past, TTS constructed custom structures with local builders. This created an abundance of attractive structures. While continuing to do this, TTS has also developed a line of composite structurally insulated panel buildings, which are prefabricated and ship on a panel and can be assembled in one day. The CPBS system is a LEED product, Class A fire retardant, R26 insulation value, and having no wood will not rot. It is highly durable and resists vandalism. There are 3 toilet options. 2 have toilet structures: TTS Decompose and Waste Away. Decompose are put into environments with soil. The solid waste is managed for decomposition. Waste Away are put into more extreme environments. Solid waste is collected in large 1-yard tote sacks, which can be easily removed by helicopter or vehicle or pack animal. Each tote sack will hold 5 to 10 times more use than a standard fly-out barrel. TTS also makes a toilet system for wilderness sites. This is the TTS Wilderness. It sits on the surface of the ground and does not require excavation. Urine is treated above ground in a soil tube.
Hello, my name's Rich Licklinger, and I work at Mount Rainier National Park, and I have the joy of taking care of the toilet at Camp Muir.
It's been wonderful. I hope to see these across the province, across the country.
Yeah.
It's such a better solution.
Hopefully we'll get another installation here soon enough.